Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Today, for Contender or Pretender, we're going to be doing Mermail, not Easy for him, sorry. Mermail are a very, very interesting deck. They really weren't hit this format other than the title being the one. And a lot of people may think that that wasn't a hard hit, but it did stop the rank 7 plays that the deck was so easily, that it could easily do. This deck still has a lot of potential, a lot of synergy, a lot of plays, and anytime you do draw a title, it is an extreme threat to deal with. This time I'm going into a Gungnir title play, which eventually allows me to go into a rank 7 play that will see me the game, being the Mermail Gaios. Gaios is really the boss monster of this deck now, being able to negate any of your opponent's monster's effects, and then level 5 or higher monsters can't attack. It's just so good. This card has so many uses, so much versatility, and more often than not, it ends games. This time, I prevented my opponent from attacking with the Balzitrace and going off, and then I go into my Arcanite to snatch his monster, and then proceed to hit for exact game. Just another thing, the searchability of this deck has not changed. The fluentness, the ability to get into any of your plays, whether it be just a regular infantry play, all the way up to a Bahamut Shark play. The deck's consistency has not changed. The only thing that has changed is the ability to go 7. Now, while it is hindered to go 7, it's still not impossible, because I believe in this game as well I go into a rank 7 play, and it's all because of just so many plays, just really anything that you can possibly imagine this deck can do. Now this water deck is specifically built to, I don't know, be water, do exactly what it's supposed to do last format, just dominate the board, and it does such a great job at it, being able to abuse the Gen X Undying to go into your plays. Mermails are just that good. Now the biggest reason why I'm doing Contender or Pretender is because people believe that since Mermail lost the title, that it lost a lot of its power. While I believe that is not true at all. This deck is still very potent, can compete with the top decks, very much so. So if you ask me if it's a Contender or Pretender, well, I'm gonna let this play do the most of the talk for me. He's gonna special summon, special summon, special summon, and I'm just sitting here watching. I don't care. Why? Because he can't do anything. There's nothing he can do. I'll just negate the effects, and he knows all of his synchro monsters can attack. Biggest reason why he quit right there. Not only that, I had a lot of plays to follow up forward. The biggest thing about this deck is when dealing with stuff like Lightsworn. This deck has a really good knack for dealing with darks like Lightsworn because of the Abyss Gaios. And even when there isn't the Abyss Gaios, there's just still so many... there's still so many other plays around this. This time I sensed the honest. I wasn't trying to go for it. I just wanted to attack some light points, get him down as fast as possible. He recklessly wastes his Necro Gardener for 1700, and he proceeds to go into some pretty good plays. But it's not really going to help him at all. There was one mistake on my side. I thought Judgment Dragon was 2500 defense. That being said, I ran into it with a title. Not really too much of a big mistake, because I wound up big eyeing the Judgment Dragon and taking it as my own. Judgment Dragon seems to be a really good card, but against Mermails, they have the resources to get over it fairly easily. Like, it's not really a problem for them at all. This time he saves it thinking that it's going to be his, and I'm like, nope, it's mine. The mill 4 doesn't cost much. He draws the honest, and this is where it's just about game. The only thing he could do was get rid of the big eye, because Judgment Dragon is such a powerful creature, and this deck just has so many plays beyond imagination. It is extremely easy to hit for huge amounts of damage, especially when your opponent drops monsters like Judgment Dragon to their side of the field. This is where he draws, he realizes that it's game, nothing else to be done, the game's over. This deck is extremely good, and I definitely want to say it is a contender for this format. There's no flaws, there's nothing wrong with title going to 1. You just have to think a lot more skillfully, and it's a lot more plays to be abused. Also, the build of Mermails is very much depends on the player. While different players would only use 1 Aqua Spirit or no Aqua Spirits, possibly even 3 like me, some players prefer to do other things with their deck. There's a couple of tech copies in this deck that weren't used at first, but since the ban list freed up some space, then why not use it? Overall, this deck has a lot of ability, a lot of room for for improvement and just a really good contender for this format. Thank you guys for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.